Hey guys, it's your fave cat down the road here. Today's video is a little different. I had some questions, quite a few questions lately about this, so I figured I'd go ahead and make a quick video on it. As you all know, I've had dreads for probably going on 3 years now, and I've had extensions in them, and I've taken them out, and I've dyed them quite clearly. Right now, my bangs are so long that I just braid them across the top. It's just easier to handle. But yeah, so I have a lot of people ask me about my dreads, and they want to know why do I have dreads? Okay, so we're gonna do a Q&A. All right. I wrote down like the top 8 questions I wrote down 4 pros and 4 cons, in my opinion, of having dreads. But this is not for everybody. Disclaimer, or disclosure, whatever. Like, this is just what I do. So, honestly, when someone walks up to me and they say, "So, like, I like your hair. It's really cool," and I'm like, "Yeah, thanks. It's great." And they're like, "Well, why do you have dreads? Can I ask?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, like, to be honest with you." And they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I don't like brushing my hair. I am lazy as hell when it comes to makeup, hairstyling, all that." Y'all know that if you watch my videos, most of my videos, I do not have makeup on. Some I do, some I don't. I've even had people tell me it seems like I have multiple personality disorder because of my videos. But whatever the case may be, I have dreadlocks. So, what did I write down? Okay, so pros. What are the pros of having dreadlocks? Well, one of my favorite pros of having dreadlocks is I don't have no worries. Like, I can get up in the morning, throw this up, bing, bang, boom. Like, I literally pull a ponytail over it, and I'm good to go. Most people don't even realize that I have dreadlocks. Seriously. And I don't know how I can't explain that to you. That just, literally, most people do not even realize I have dreadlocks. So, that is definitely a pro. They're easy to keep clean. I wash my hair probably in the water probably 3 times a week. That's probably more than most people would do it. But because it does make your dreads heavy. But I have a way of popping my neck and I can only do it floating in water in like a shallow thing of water. So my hair does get wet more than 3 times a week, but I always let it down and let it dry properly before I continue on. I do use tea tree oil in my dreads sometimes. That helps keep out any kind of funguses or molds from growing in them, because it is wads of hair. I mean, that's technically what a dreadlock is. It's not a braid. It's a knotted wad of hair. So that's pretty much what a dread is. But anyway, so in between washings, I use this stuff. It's a dry shampoo. This just happens to be one of my favorites because it's toasted coconut. So I love the smell of that stuff. And I'll use that in between washes to just kind of keep the oil down, because I do have oily scalp. Another pro is it frees up my time. I don't have to worry about doing my hair too much, so I'm able to get more different things done that don't have to do with my hair and my makeup and all that, like looking good and stuff. It just comes natural. So, the cons. Alright, so on to the con list. Lice. If you get lice, I have 3 kids, and kids get lice. Kids go to school, kids get lice. If you get lice in your dreadlocks, I don't know about anybody else. This is just my experience. I talked to my kid's pediatrician one time about this very subject because we were having a lice problem at the school, and this was last year. I had dreadlocks still, and so I asked the pediatrician, what I brought in a bottle of the lice shampoo, the Rid-X lice shampoo, and then I brought in a bottle of Adam's dog flea and tick shampoo, and literally the chemicals were the same in them. The dog shampoo was just like a point. It was like 8, instead of 7.2, it would be 7.3. Like, it was just a point higher in the dog shampoo, and it was a thicker, and it was more lathery. As anybody knows, if you've ever used lice shampoo, it's real watery. It's real hard to get. Like, you're supposed to do it twice. You're supposed to do it and then do it 10 days later. So one of the cons of getting lice in your dreadlocks is, and this is what I do, like I said, like, I've never had lice for sure that I've known, because nobody's ever actually seen them or got them out of my hair, or found them in my hair or whatever. But when my kids had it, I am a hypochondriac and freaked the hell out. And so I thought, God, I could feel them crawling on my head. So I washed my hair with, if you do get lice, wash your hair with Adam's dog shampoo, like flea and tick shampoo, the one that matches the Rid-X chemicals. And then, I mean, you don't have to. That's just what I did. Or that's what I do anyway. And then 10 days later, do it again. And then if you still feel like you need to do it, 10 days later, do it again. And that should take care of the problem. But on the cool, Bob Marley died, and when they dissected his dreadlocks, there was like 26 or 36 something odd species of lice. So keep that in mind. That's definitely a con. And unless you want to beat Bob Marley's record, I'd stay away from kids with head lice. So, and by one good way of doing that is wearing hats. Not rubbing heads with kids with head lice. Don't touch little kids' heads to yours. Tie your hair up and maybe like either wear like a beanie or like a I don't even know what you would call it. I don't know. I would just keep it up and maybe spray some product on it, keep them off. Some not product, tea tree oil and distilled water. Sometimes, okay, so another con is sometimes they feel really tight in the morning. And like, if you know Victoria X-Ray, if you watch her channel, you know I'm a huge fan of her channel. And come in. And she definitely was right about, little tiny bits of hair pulling out. That's really annoying. What are other cons that I've looked down? God, I'm so not, I'm not prepared. One con, when you do wash your hair, it takes forever to dry them. So leave them down and let them dry. And I suggest washing in the morning if you have to. That way you have all day to kind of let it dry before you lay down and on your pillow and scrunch it up and let it get all moldy. So, and another con is when you first get your dreads and you first start working on them, I want to say within the first year or two, well, maybe up to 3, it is very, like, nappy looking, I guess you could say. So it's kind of like nappy and like scrungy and whatever, and people are gonna judge you, and trust me, they will. But just do you, and just do what makes you happy, and if you like it, just remember to make sure you take care of them. If you want to know more about, see, like I have like a bump right there in mine, and mine are almost 3 years old, so hopefully after this they'll even out. But yeah, like if you have any questions and specifics you want to ask me, mention it down in the comments below. Feel free to subscribe to the channel, and until the next video, see you later. Bye guys.